Hello everyone, it's Annie and I'm here with another book haul, which I have not done in quite a while. So if you've watched some of my book shopping vlogs, you may have seen some of these books, but some of them you don't know about. So without further ado, let's go. Now I'm going to start with my book of the month picks. I got Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly, which was the January book of the month pick. And this is a non-binary romance. It is a contemporary romance, which I don't usually read, but it centers around a cooking competition, which just sounds so interesting because I love cooking and like watching Food Network shows and stuff. And I was especially really interested in this because it has a non-binary love interest. Yes, so I definitely want to see more of that, and I can't wait to read it. And then we have The Verifiers by Jane Peck, which was my book of the month pick for March. And this is a contemporary mystery centering around a Chinese American girl who is also Sapphic, which is why I picked this. It is something I don't usually read. I don't read a ton of mysteries, although I do like it. The protagonist is named Claudia, and she is used to disregarding her family's model minority expectations. She has no interest in finding either a conventional career or a nice Chinese boy. Yeah. She is a lifelong mystery reader who wrote her senior thesis on Jane Austen, but when a client goes missing, she starts digging deeper than she's supposed to, right into a maelstrom of intrigue and deceit. It is a part literary mystery and part immigrant family story. Very intriguing. And then the last book of the month book in this haul was Kai Kei, which was my April pick. It is a bit chunkier than I expected. This is a retelling of a Indian woman's story from mythology. I think it's from the Ramayana. I think I've seen this compared to the likes of Circe and Ariadne, basically a retelling of a lesser known woman from mythology. I don't know much about Indian mythology, so I'm very interested to learn. This cover is gorgeous. I've also heard nothing but good things about this book, so I'm really excited to dive into it. And now we have a couple books that I just got from random places. This book is Starfish by Akemi Dawn Bowman. I got this from a thrift store. I'm really interested in this because Akemi Dawn Bowman writes really interesting young adult female characters. She has Ace Rep in one of her books, I think, but not this one. But this cover has always really intrigued me. This centers on Kiko Himura, who has always had a hard time saying exactly what she's thinking. With a mother who makes her feel unremarkable and a half-Japanese heritage she doesn't quite understand, Kiko prefers to keep her head down, certain that once she makes it into her dream art school, her real life will begin. Ooh, okay. So yeah, I have heard that this is really upsetting and like will make you cry. I don't read that many YA contemporaries, but I am just super interested in this one. And then we have a book I pre-ordered, which was A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lin. This is one of my most anticipated releases of 2022, and I have to say that it did deliver. I rated this one 5 stars. I loved it so much. I pre-ordered it solely on the cover, and like, look at this. It's so gorgeous. This centers on a girl named Ning who enters into a tea brewing competition, and the stakes are super high, and she also has like an overarching mystery where she's trying to figure out who has been sending out tea leaves with poison in them, and the same tea poisoned her mother. And it just has so much political intrigue. The magic in this book is amazing. It deals with the different types of tea that you brew. So every different type of tea has different magical properties, and if you know me, you know I love different types of tea. I am obsessed with tea. So this book was so much for me that I couldn't even deal with it. I loved this book so much. Definitely highly recommend this one. And I will be pre-ordering the second one too. And then I got 2 books here, both by Adrienne Tooley. This one is her debut novel, I believe, Sweet and Bitter Magic. And this is a Sapphic fantasy, YA fantasy about witches. I got the Illumicrate edition. It is signed. I got this from Pango Books. And then I got her next novel, which just came out, Sophie and the Bone Song, which I got from Barnes & Noble. I'm a little bit more interested in this than this because the magic system in this just sounds incredible. They're both Sapphic, of course. But this one has like a music-based magic system, which just sounds so fascinating. I love unique magic systems like that, especially in YA fantasies, which can kind of sometimes feel a little cookie cutter, so it's always nice to find one that has something really unique about it. And I just, it's interesting because I own 2 books by her and I have not read any of Adrienne Tooley's books, but I'm excited to get started on them. Sorry, this is the Owl Crate edition, not Illumicrate. And then from the same Pango Books seller, actually, I got The Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow, which is a book that I talked about a lot when I first read it, and I have not mentioned it that much since, but this book blew me away. It is signed book plate, which I am very happy about because I just love this so much. It is a retelling. I forget what fairy tale it is retelling, but the protagonist of this story is so cool. She is evil, basically, and the story is that her name is Jifeng. She's beautiful, and she has like this weird witch mother / caretaker that uses cards to foretell her fate. And her fate says that she is meant to be the empress of all of Fenglu, the kingdom that she lives in. But she can only do this if she embraces the darkness buried deep within her soul. Yes, she is so ruthless, and just the writing in this is really good. It is her debut novel, I think, and I just absolutely loved this. You should really check it out because I think it's really underrated. And then we have some books I got from Secondsale because, I can't resist Secondsale, who I have a code for, which you can check out in the description below. Definitely click on my affiliate link so you can help me out while finding some really cheap books in wonderful condition. I got these 4 books for like $13, all of them. Amazing. So first I got You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson, and I have read Leah Johnson's Rise to the Sun, which was her sophomore novel, but this is her debut and I haven't read this, and I really liked Rise to the Sun, so I wanted to pick this up. And this is another Sapphic contemporary romance, which so cute. All of these books are Sapphic, by the way. This centers around a girl who wants to win prom queen because she needs the money to help pay for her university. And it's kind of a rivals to lovers, if I remember the description correctly, so I am very interested in picking this one up. And then I got We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. I really liked Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour, which was another one of her YA books. I did not like Yerba Buena, which was her adult debut. So we'll see what I think of this, but it was super cheap. It was like $3, so I picked it up. This, I'm not even really sure what it's about. Marin hasn't spoken to anyone from her old life since the day she left everything behind. No one knows the truth about those final weeks and the tragedy Marin has tried to outrun, not even her best friend Mabel. Now, months later, alone in an empty dorm for winter break, Marin waits. Mabel is coming to visit, and Marin will finally be forced to face everything that's been left unsaid and confront the loneliness that has made a home in her heart. Interesting. I've heard, again, this is hard-hitting, so we'll see. And then we have a fun Sapphic mystery, adult mystery, Fortune Favors the Dead, which I have read this already, but I saw it cheap and it's a hardcover, so I snagged it. I really liked this. It wasn't my favorite of all time, but it was definitely unique in that it was historical. So I think it takes place in like the 40s or something like that, 30s or 40s. And I'm always here for Sapphic historical fiction. I think it's definitely something we need more of because we've always existed. I really liked this. The mystery component of it wasn't too mysterious. Like that's kind of the main reason why I think I only rated this 4 stars or 3 stars, somewhere around there, because the mystery was like not that great, but I really, really liked the romance in this, and oh, it was so good. So I definitely recommend you pick this up if you're into historical romances. And then I have a YA horror, which is Saw Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. And I really liked this book too. I read it for my Spooky Sapphic reading vlog last year for Halloween times, and this was really good. It follows 3 girls who live on this island named Sawkill, and one of them, her family has like a contract with this mysterious demon kind of that makes her attack and kill a bunch of girls on this island. But of course she falls in love with a newcomer to the island and things ensue. It was really, really good. There is Ace Rep in this, which was amazing to see. I didn't even expect it. I didn't know that before going into it, so I was really pleasantly surprised to see that. The writing was also very creepy and atmospheric, so if you're looking for a good sapphic horror, definitely pick this one up. Okay, last 5 books here. These are the books that I got from the Strand when I went to New York City. First, we have a Japanese translated book. I think this is a collection of short stories called People from My Neighborhood. I don't know anything else about it, but I've seen it around and the cover is really, really cute and pink and pastel, and I wanted to pick it up. And then we have Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. You've probably heard me talk about this book many, many times. I love it. Adult romance. It's just amazing, about a woman who is a wedding photographer, and she goes back to her hometown from New York City, and she goes back to photograph her stepsister's wedding, and while there she meets her stepsister's friend named Claire, and drama ensues. It is so good. One of my favorite books that I've read this year so far. And then another sapphic historical fiction, this time YA, is Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. Yay, I finally own a copy of this. This was one of my favorite books from last year. I loved it so much. It deals with a Chinese American girl in 1950s San Francisco during the Red Scare. So we have all that cultural background going on, a lot of racism and tumult in the background, but she also is dealing with her sexuality and being attracted to a girl in her school, and it is so well done. I think there's a really great balance there between the romance, coming of age, and also historical background that you want from historical fiction. It is just such a great book. It's 5 stars, like absolutely 100%. It was amazing, and you need to read it. And then another YA sapphic historical fiction, although I have not read this one yet, This Rebel Heart by Catherine Locke. This deals with a girl in the midst of the Hungarian Revolution in the 1950s. Now, this is a historical topic that I really know absolutely zero about, so I'm hoping to get a little bit more context on that while I'm reading. I know this does have Jewish representation as well, and it might be a little bit fantastical stuff thrown in there maybe, I'm not sure. I've heard some mixed things about this actually, but the cover really drew me in, and it's one of my most anticipated reads of the year, so I definitely want to start this soon. And then last book of this haul is Travelers Along the Way, a Robin Hood remix by Amina May Safi. I love this cover. I am obsessed. We got the cool bow and arrow. We got a beautiful purple spine that just matches my dress. And look at this back cover art. Oh, I love when books have back cover art. I love it. With all these characters. I have heard so many great things about this, and I haven't, like, from reviews on Goodreads, but I have not seen anybody else on BookTube talking about this, and I don't know why. Like, we all love retellings, and this is a sapphic retelling with a Muslim MC, I believe, and it's found family, and it's sapphic. Like, why? Okay, it sounds so good. Everything about it sounds like something I would absolutely love, and I can't wait to pick this up. I really want to read this maybe for the next sapphic reading vlog. So that is it for this book haul. Thank you so much for watching. I am looking at these books sitting around me, and I'm really excited to pick all of them up. So thank you so much. And if you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more bookish videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye!